Good morning, happy holidays, happy Advent. Today is December 21st, heading into Christmas, and I'm super excited. So let's do some makeup today. I like to keep it super simple as I'm not working my regular hours. I'm working a little bit, so I'm keeping my makeup super simple. And I have to tell you, this is the best thing. You can pick this up at Walgreens. It is a dupe for the high-end ceramide creams and serums. So they just call it Advanced Moisturizing Cream, and it does have the ceramides and hyaluronic acid. I happened to pick up the last one that was on the shelf at my Walgreens, but I'm probably going to have to hit another Walgreens. Very thick. I mean, look at the consistency. Very thick. A little goes a long way. So that tub will last me a few months. Here is a great tip. You take a thick amount and then slather it. See, like that whole amount is going right there. I'm literally just so you can see how much I'm putting, just do a thick slathered amount. Now again, ceramides lock in the moisture, very important for helping maintain healthy collagen, and especially if you're having treatments done and you're causing a little bit of trauma to the skin, you want to rebuild collagen, ceramides really help with that. Now there is hyaluronic acid in here as well, which locks in moisture, so important as the weather is so dry right now. So I'm going to go ahead and now slather it here because this is where I have fine lines. I'm just putting a big mustache of that on. So wherever your problem spots are, right across there. And when it sinks in, it just plumps all those lines out and everything gets really smooth. I'm not going to do my whole face because I don't need to. I'm just doing my problem spots. So that's kind of, you know what I'm going to do too is just got to get this area that tends to get a little crepey. I hate that when it looks dry and crepey. That is, that is the worst. So we're going to just layer that on there. I wanted to talk a little bit about I just recovered from COVID just recently. And, you know, kind of what I did for myself. And so I'm Dr. Andrea O'Connor, if you're new to the channel, and I practice family medicine, integrative medicine, naturopathic medicine. And, you know, for myself, I tend to do things more natural. I think the body is very wise, and I don't jump on new medications or therapies until they've been out for a while, if that gives you a clue into the philosophy of how I treat myself. Patients, though, you know, may want to try the latest injection or therapies, and you know, I'll support them through that and try to keep them healthy through that. But that's just how I chose to live my life. And so how I treated myself was sitting in the sun. Oh my gosh. I was home for a couple days, well, more than a couple days on quarantine. And because the CDC now recommends 5 days quarantine, 5 days with a mask. So luckily I'm in Arizona. There was sun. I went outside and I sat out there probably for 2 hours. Now I only recommend about a half an hour for fair-skinned people. People with color, of color, need to sit out there for at least an hour. And that creates vitamin D, and vitamin D is so supportive to the immune system. So let me see, while I'm talking, I want to make sure this is absorbing in. So that's one of the things I did every day, was sat in the sun, and it just felt so good on my muscle aches and chills, just the sun penetrating in there. So my advice is, if you are in an area where that has sun, even if it's cold out, put a jacket on, but try to expose your arms, your face, your neck, and get out there and get that sun. Really important. The other thing I did was took vitamin C, zinc. I did take an additional vitamin D3. I do antiviral. I do some herbal teas, and I have an herbal tincture called Vira Attack, so it attacks viruses. I should have grabbed the bottle in the other room, but it is from this same company. I'll show you. This same company, Herb Farm. This one is the Sage. But I have a big bottle of the Vira Attack, and I'll mix that with herbal tea and honey. Very soothing to the throat, and it's helping to go after virus. And so that's kind of what I did, and a lot of sleep and a lot of rest and hydration. I'm not a big carb eater right now because I'm trying to be healthy, but while I was sick, I was eating carbohydrates because the body can use that simply and efficiently without a lot of work. So you don't want to be eating a lot of proteins and fats when you're sick. And I'm not saying I was eating candy and sugar, but I was eating, the healthy carbs. Like, I was doing some the healthy full multigrain breads and, some potatoes and just real food, but they were in the carbohydrate spectrum. So, okay, this is pretty much almost absorbed. And now I kind of have, my philosophy lately is not, this glitter right there, not going too crazy. Just kind of keeping it on the light side. So just a little bit of this to just brighten up my eye area as usual, which I do that. Now I know some of there's the new antiviral medications for treating COVID, but one of the side effects was some rebound inflammation, which can lead to almost like a second wave or a rebound of COVID about a week after starting to get better. And so I would say, unless the patient really has a lot of comorbidities like heart disease, lung disease, severe diabetes, then I don't necessarily recommend that antiviral. But depending on how COVID would affect the patient, would then I consider using that antiviral. So there's that. And easy to find the name of it. You can just go online and just put in antiviral for COVID. Okay, so now, because I did that demonstration, I put way too much moisturizer than I normally did, so it's kind of flaking here. So we're just going to press this in. So notice, like, my fine lines, you can see the video I did last night where it's like Wrinkle City, but much better when I let that moisturizer, the ceramide, sink in. Okay, and then I just use, this is just the Wet n Wild color stick, just to give myself some color, because boy, oh boy, am I pale. Even though I was sitting out in the sun while I was ill, like, I do try to still protect my face, so I was getting sun on my, neck, arms, legs. But yeah, I don't want to damage the skin on my face, so I got a little bit of sun on there, but not a lot. So just patting that in, not perfect. It's not covering every little spot that I have. Again, this is just to give me a little color. I think today I'm going to take you with me. I have some errands to run today, pick up some last minute gifts. And I'll take you with me and show you some, show you where I'm going. Sometimes that's kind of fun. Okay, and then just to give me a little glow, let's see, what do I use? I think I'll use this one. I've been using this Natasha Denona lately because it has the highlight and the blush in it. And so I will just put the blush here. Again, get some color. Keep it super simple. This might not seem simple to you, but to me, the amount of what I normally do for my makeup, this to me just looks a little bit more natural. Then I'll take the highlighter part and highlight this area. Fake a glow, why not? Okay. And then for eyes, I'm keeping it really simple. So I'm using, what is this palette? I don't know. It's called Glam Light. It came in one of my Ipsy bags. I like this one because I think it's kind of that s'mores theme. It has chocolate, marshmallow, graham cracker. Basically, it's a bronzy color, a very white shimmery color, and a gold color. So I'm just going to take the bronzy color just to give myself a little bit of color definition right here. Just right at, more so in the crease and just right at the sides. Just a little color and definition. And then, not being super neat, just kind of swirling it around, blending. I do admit, when I did have this illness this last time, I did do a little bit of vitamin I. If you don't know what that is, you can email me and I'll tell you. But I only did it one day, one dose, because I tried it before when I had COVID, and I honestly don't know if that made the big difference. I really think the rest, the sunshine, and the supplements I took, and plus, like, I do try to lead a healthy lifestyle, so I do feel like that helped. I've had issues with blood sugar, but I feel like I've been keeping it under control, and boy, since that illness has swept the globe, I've been more careful about sugar. Now we're going to use this white one just to kind of brighten up along the inner corner in the middle there. And then we'll use the gold just to kind of at the outer, because it's just more metallic-y looking, and why not? Kind of looks like a festive ornament. Okay, that's it. And then, did I grab the eyeliner I wanted? Yeah, I did. Okay, so I did pick up this Estee Lauder Double Wear. This one is in Espresso. And if you have fair skin and light colored eyes, sometimes I think a dark brown color is not as harsh, even though I love a black eyeliner. I do. But, during the day. Okay. So there's that, and then we're going to put a little just where the eyelashes meet the waterline. Or the waterline is actually called the the conjunctiva, but who wants to say that? We're going to call it the waterline. There, simple, just like that. This does come with a little blender tip, but I feel like that I only use that if I feel like I need to correct, like if there's a little blob somewhere, because otherwise I think the blender makes it a little bit too messy. So just to smooth it out a little bit, there's a little bit of a thick part right there, or if there's a thick area. I don't like to blend out the top. And then once this dries down, it really stays the whole day. It's very smooth and velvety when it goes on. And then this is the Elizabeth Arden mascara that came with that skincare kit. That, again, I was just at Macy's and it's still available. I did notice, though, they had those same skin products in a kit and it was selling for like $96. And I was like, wait a minute, what's going on with that? Because about a month ago, the price was a lot less. So I might need to fact check and go look at that again today to still see if you can get last minute Christmas gift, the Elizabeth Arden skincare products that came with everything plus the mascara. They had a really good sale over at Macy's on the scarves and the little warm things around the neck. I feel like I should go back because that really does make a great gift. And don't you when you get home and you forget, and you're like, oh God, I forget to get so-and-so's gift. So I got to go out today and do some last minute shopping. I was in Williams-Sonoma the other day. Maybe I'll take you in there today. And I feel like there wasn't a lot to choose from. I feel like they used to have so much more stuff. Okay, and then for lips, again, using the cream blush. This is why I kind of like cream blush. You can use the same cream blush as a lipstick. And then use the highlighter in the center just to kind of voluminize the lip a little bit. There. Oh, last thing is, eyebrows. So I did receive this again in an Ipsy bag. This one's Groom and Sculpt Tinted Brow Gel. The cool thing about this, oh my gosh, it just takes a second and it looks like I spent a really long time. And I know it looks weird right now, but I'll fix it. You just brush it through the hairs and it looks like you took a long time with a pencil. And the nice thing about when this dries, this doesn't move. Like, I have very sparse, thin eyebrows now. I mean, that's just what happens when you get older. If some young people are watching this, there's so many things the older women in my life didn't tell me. Your eyebrows thin out. You start getting spots on your skin. all of a sudden the dry, crepey orange peel crepiness happens on your arms and your neck, and it's like you wake up one day and you're like, what is going on? Like, what? And I think it's because, at least what I feel, I'm now 55. I mean, I don't want to seem like a weak, sick complainer. So I'm not sitting there telling young people this, but just like those of you that have had a baby and everything you went through, you're like, why doesn't anyone tell you how hard this is? It is. Being a mother is very hard. Having a baby is hard. Raising a child is hard. Would I change it for a million? No, I would never change it. I would do it all again. But and then usually I take like a little brush and then I comb through it to get the things that don't look natural, like this guy there. But once it's all kind of blended in, it looks like I took a really long time. Okay, so that's kind of my natural look. When I do my next video today, I'll have my hair done and my outfit on. So that's just this part. Okay, guys, thanks for being here, and I'll see you on the next one. I will be posting soon. See you soon.